you ever wanted to fight alongside the fishes? Well, we're about to do it here at the beautiful Atlantis. Alongside me, English fighting legend Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
It's time for our tale of the tape. It's Nigel Benn, the Dark Destroyer. He's 5 foot 10 inches tall with a 72.8-inch reach. And he'll be facing Daniel Jacobs, the Miracle Man. 6 foot tall with a reach of 74 inches.
This is it. This is that fight. This is that argument. I don't know what to expect.
It's Nigel Benn, the Dark Destroyer, one of the greatest English champions of all time. This legendary middleweight fights out of London, England. Here comes the Miracle Man, Daniel Jacobs. He bounced back from cancer as a 2-time middleweight world champion and has fought the best of the best in his division. Let's see what he's got for us here in this one.
As soon as the bell goes, don't blink. That fight could be over.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from London, England, here is a middleweight and super middleweight champion of the world, known as the Dark Destroyer, introducing Nigel Benn. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Brownsville, New York, here is a 2-time middleweight champion of the world, introducing Daniel, the Miracle Man Jacobs.
What a pleasure to be in this unique environment. Every seat has been taken for tonight's match.
The wait is over. The speaking stopped. The fight begins now. Let's get it out.
What a fight we expect this one to be. Both of these athletes primed and ready. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. This fight has a real good flow to it. This is the type of fighter that would say, I don't even want rounds. Let's just fight until one of us can't stand up anymore.
Sluggers just want to mow you down. They want to walk straight through you as though you do not exist. You've got to be fit for this one.
Nice counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. What a punch. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
They're giving us a high-tempo show. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. That counter punch caught him clean. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Been in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
I seriously hope that...
Here we go. It's round 2. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round. Everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Beautiful counter punch. Nice counter shot. A counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching you every move, that every twitch.
That counter shot lands. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Threw a punch and just got countered. Those counter punches have to hurt. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Both men step back for just a moment. A perfect counter lands. Nice counter punch right up the middle. One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. Good counter punch. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Ben in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bro, ring away.
Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
A perfect counter shot. How about that time counter shot? Swing and a miss with the jab. They exchange punches. There's a counter shot. Good counter punching. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Beautiful counter shot. Jab misses. You'd like to see more jabs. Catch and shoot. He misses with that jab. Well done with that counter shot. And he scores with the counter. Talk about Ben in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
Needs a knockout.
Back at it in round 4. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Nice counter. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
Look back in the history books, some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there, these guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
Punch, counter punch. That jab doesn't find a home. Nice counter punch. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Beautiful counter punch. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about winning that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
The bell, sometimes it...
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Perfect counter shot. They exchange punches. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got 2 class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, well, we'll just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Misses with the straight left. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Oh, that punch. There's a counter shot. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Oh, boy, the Miracle Man now in some trouble. Let's talk about winning that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say... Here we go in the 6th round. So the fight will continue. How do they turn? And down goes the Miracle Man. You could see it in their eyes. They saw that punch coming, and there was nothing they could do.
Shot from the...
So this fight will continue, but how can they get back into this bout?
You've got to waste time. Step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to paw you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it. Because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull you down again. And that's a lot of points to lose in the end.
One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
You need to turn this around halfway through.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Not a lot of defense here at all. That counter shot lands. Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Jacobs in that last round. It's not over till it's... And there's the bell to start round 7. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Swing and a miss with that hook. Nice counter. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nope, that jab not going to score. You can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're going to get knocked out. How about that time counter shot? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Jacobs in that last round. Stamina is always an issue in a prize fight.
There's a lot on the line here.
And we enter the 8th round. Let's see how much recovery they saw there in the last minute.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That counter punch caught him clean. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the Glamour is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history book.
I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Can't find a home with that jab. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Holding nothing back here in the round. Swing and a miss with that jab. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. This fight may stop here considering all the bruising and swelling on the face. And the referee's going to allow him to fight. Another win, another unanimous.